But yeah, seeing him apologize like that, that made me happy. I was like, because like I said, people, especially some, like I said, cops, they just be screwing. Detectives, cops, you be like, I'm telling you, it was so and so, and they be like, yeah, okay, sure. And then when so and so then kill 50 people, then they wanna, oh, it was so and so, yeah. Not no, well, my bad. Like if we would have listened to you to begin with, you wouldn't have gotten screwed over along with the other 50 people that also got screwed over because we didn't listen to you. Many people have gotten screwed over because the police wouldn't listen. But like I said, like I said, I'm going to praise the, well, not praise, I guess, but admire the fact that he was mad enough to be like, we dropped the ball on you, madam, and I'm sorry. You know, she's laying up in the bed, and I was like, dang, he messed up. But at least she was still alive. She was like, is David okay? David's dead, isn't he? He was like, I'm sorry, David's gone. I was like, dang. Like I said, poor David, you know, he did everything he could to help her, though. You know, I honestly think that if he wouldn't have like grabbed him to try and stop him that moment that he did, she would have been gone too. I was like, dang, oh well, poor David. But yeah, and he was like, so you were right the entire time, and you know, and like I said, I got so triggered because they were like the detective, and I'm like, okay, so of all people, why is the woman over here doing this? Like, she was basically saying, you're making it all up because your family's dead. And I was like, what happened to your empathy, like, madam? Did you throw it in the garbage? Did you drive to the city dump and toss your empathy and humanity there? Yes, I know that her family died tragically in an accident that she blamed herself for. Yes, we know that sometimes she, you know, hallucinates them. But madam, that was not okay. Like she could have said, you know, madam, I hate to tell you this, but you're hallucinating. This has happened before, and it's happening right now. But like I said, I just thought it was very tactless. It was beyond tactless and unnecessary for her to bring her dead family into that. And she was standing there like, I see how y'all are looking at me like I'm crazy, but that's okay. That's fine. And that just broke my heart. Like when somebody's telling somebody like the truth and they use their mental health as a reason to not believe them. How awful of a person you have to be to do that. That was just awful. I was so mad. Like I was mad. But like I said, that cop was like, we messed up, like real bad. You were right. We were wrong. I'm sorry. He was like, so I'm gonna set this phone down. You're gonna erase anything you don't want me to find. How about that? She was like, okay. And I'm like, bro, why don't you just erase? Well, no, he couldn't do that. But I was gonna say erase it for her. Did she look like she was in the condition to do that? Like she had probably just woke up when he was in there. But she got herself together. She got over her phobia of the outside. And she put on some nice clothes, because that whole time she was wearing robes and inside the house clothes. She put on some nice clothes and she got outside. She packed up her stuff and she left that place. Like I said, the cops should have arrested the dad too, because I feel like he knew that boy killed his mama. I could have been wrong, but if he did know, they should have arrested him too, because I don't care if that was his son. He was supposed to turn him into the police. He should have been like, as much as I didn't like my ex-wife, that boy then came over here and killed her. So go on, take him to prison. Go ahead. But like I said, I don't know for sure if he knew. Well, he had to, because remember, he was like, you don't know what you're messing with, girl. You better stay away from my son. So I'm like, he had to have known. So like I said, throw him under the jailhouse, because he knew that boy did that stuff, and he should have brought him to the prison. He should have been like, son, let's go get some ice cream. Should have took him to get some ice cream and then just kept driving. Like, Dad, where are we going? You'll see when we get there. And had the police waiting for him. That's what he should have did. But no, another another guy get murdered and almost another woman. It was a pretty good movie to me. I think it was a pretty good movie. Like I said, they threw me for a loop because I was convinced that it was the father. I was convinced that it was another one of those abusive fathers going around killing women for some reason trope. I was convinced. But when that boy came out talking about some holding a knife up to his face, I was like, I can't believe this. He put on a whole act. Came in her house crying, called her crying. Well, she called him crying and talking about, yeah, I'm okay. And I'm just like, taking advantage of this woman's kindness. But like I said, overall, I feel like this was a pretty good movie, though. I can't remember the actress's name who played the main lead female role, but I've seen her in, like, you know, acting other things, and I think that she's a really, like, she's a good actress. But yeah, this is a pretty good movie, I think. You know, I think it's a pretty good movie. I feel like some people might have felt a little bit differently, but I do think that, I mean, some people might think differently, but I think that it did bring sort of an awareness to mental health, which is, I think, necessary. Like, people need to be aware of these kind of issues. People that, you know, go through these kinds of issues, that, you know, it's the, you know, just because you don't go through it or you don't have anybody that goes through it doesn't mean that there aren't people who don't go through it. But anyways, yeah, this was a pretty good movie, I gotta admit. I was screaming, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very jump scary, and my brother was looking at me like, are you done? Because when he popped up with that knife, like, any little sudden movement that anybody or anything made, I was ready to scream. But anyways, this was a good movie. I think it was a very great movie. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see, you know, what else that actress is gonna be in next. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie. So tell me what you think about it down in the comments.